Hi, everybody. Tim Hughes here. I'm the CEO and co-founder of DLA Ignite. I'm here today with Erica Diamond, and we're going to talk about self-care. We're going to talk about burnout, how to deal with it. Um, I don't know about you, but I never seem to leave this. I don't go to an office anymore. I just sit here, and so my business partner had 56 meetings in a week last week. So. Yeah. So, Erica, before we get into the conversation, where can people find you?
Well, I always hang out on social media, so they can find me everywhere on social media. Erica Diamond on Instagram, Twitter, Erica Diamond Official on Facebook, and then, of course, my website, ericadiamond.com.
And when I was putting this show together and I was doing all the background and typing up all my notes, so I was delving into your Twitter, into your different websites, and you've got blissessential.co, you've got Erica Diamond, you've got your Twitter, you're on TV. How do you fit it all in?
I'm always asked that. I think I'm really super efficient with my time. And I like to hope to think I'm playing to my zone of genius. And when I do, when I'm in purpose and passion, it's fun, it's wonderful, and I've become really good at listening to my body and being able to work and rest and work and rest and honor myself. And so I don't want to say when you love it, it's not work, because I really think that work is work. But some of the work I really love, and so most of the work I really love. And so I'm able to just, when my kids go to school, I work like a dog. And then when they come home, I disconnect and I have my mom hat on.
Right. And you've even got we'll mention it early. You've even got a book out today.
So today is an exciting day because I announced my new book is available for pre-order. It's out August 9th, but it's called List Your Goals Journal. And it's 100 inspiring journal list prompts to accomplish your personal, professional, relationship, health, well-being goals over the next year. So if you're new to journaling, or you didn't know, just how powerful writing is to manifest your dream life, it's really powerful. So I'm very proud of this goals journal. It's out today. You can pre-order your copy. It'll be sold everywhere that books are sold. And so that's really exciting. Thank you.
So let's dig in and talk about, a little bit about your journey, and talk about some of the things that that you're passionate about in terms of, what I really want to talk about today is about the burnout and your blueprint, because I think so many of us are suffering from it. So, but just tell us how you got, your journey of where you are today.
Sure. And so we chose this topic, you and I, Tim, because I had my very close encounter with burnout. I was 26 years old. I had started a company at 24. By the time I was 26, we were a profit hot 50 company, one of Canada's 50 emerging growth companies. I was the only female CEO on the list, top 30 under 30 entrepreneur. Our business was growing. We were doing really well. But quietly, I was burning out. I was really not in a good place. And so my mom, who's not only a wonderful mom, but a therapist herself, said, Erica, there's something up with you, and I think you should get some help. And so she connected me with Sandra, who was my therapist. And so I saw Sandra every week. And what she explained to me is, Erica, don't dull your shine. Don't throw water on your flame. Don't stop doing what makes you successful.
Yep.
Instead, complement it with a balanced lifestyle. And she suggested I try yoga and meditation. And so that was I'm 46, 47. And so that was 20 years ago. So that was the birth of yoga for me. And so one of my non-negotiables as an entrepreneur was I hired Steve, a wonderful yoga teacher. He came to my house twice a week as my non-negotiable. And when I stepped onto my mat, he taught me the power of transformation, the power of living in the present moment, the power of leaving the morning thus far at the door and being able to bring my body to a state of calm, to be able to rewire my brain for more joy and happiness, to be able to calm my central nervous system down, activate my parasympathetic nervous system, and live more in harmony and flow. And so as I began my journey of women mentorship, and then coaching other women in business. I wanted to marry my certified life coaching with dealing with their minds, with being able to heal their bodies too. And so many years ago, I got certified as a yoga and meditation teacher as well, to be able to marry that work. And so I have kept burnout at bay all these years because I have gotten really good at recognizing the signs, again, honoring my body, making choices to thrive, turning some business stuff away that's really hard to do because I didn't want to be away during the French play, or I just wanted to be present. So I say we all make choices, and those choices are our own, but they are neither, final nor fatal. So I always say, if you make a choice and you F up, choose again. But staying stuck, as so many of us have felt stuck and burnt out, especially these past 2.5 years during COVID, we've been languishing. We've been in this kind of holding pattern, working from home, those lines between work and play are so blurred. And so that was my journey, and to be able to help other people derail burnout. I also have a new mini course, a 7-day, so that if you're feeling burnt out right now, you have the ability to course correct in 7 days. And that is my burnout rescue blueprint. That's all at ericadiamond.com. And so that's where we take a hard look at what is working, what is not working, and course correcting, immediately implementing a self-care strategy, time management strategies, yoga, meditation, breathing exercises, non-negotiables, hard boundaries, all that stuff to get you feeling well and waking up calm and excited for your day.
I remember when I was in my 20s, and I was throwing everything at, I wanted to be successful in sales. And I remember at the weekend going out with the person, we were shopping, and she was looking at some shoes. And I remember the next thing was she was waking me up. I was just sitting there, and I just fell asleep in the shop. And that was when I realized
that was your aha wake up moment.
That was my wake up call. There's something massively wrong here. The fact that I can't even stay awake at the weekend because I'm working 60, 80, 100 hours a week.
So can I ask you, I know you're interviewing me, but how did you turn it around for yourself?
Well, it was because just very similar to you, which is the fact that, and dissimilar to you in a way, which is, I'm 57. So this is like 25 years ago. It just wasn't, it was something where people said, you just buckle down and do it. This is your job. This is your career. And I think there's still that those opinions are still prevalent. This is what I've got to do when I'm especially in my 20s. This is, if I'm going to make partner, if I'm going to be the director, I've got to do these things.
There's that whole hustle culture, right? And
there is, yes.
And we celebrate burnout. We celebrate that I slept 3 hours last night and I worked 20 hours today. And that's dangerous.
It is dangerous. And I think it took me time to actually realize that what it was, and then how to deal with it, which is, as you said, get enough sleep, eat the right foods, exercise regularly, and all of those things that you then had to build into your day.
Yeah.
And I didn't have words or phrases for it, like
self-care or anything like that.
Yeah. Or what did you non-negotiables or things like that. Now you're putting those things, and it's like, oh yeah. So I insisted that I went to the gym 3 times a week, but at the time it was a non-negotiable, but I didn't have a phrase for it. And I think it's really great that in the modern day that we've got those phrases that we're able to say, this is non-negotiable. This is the hard boundary. This is, I don't work later than 7 o'clock in the evening. It's a boundary for me.
Hard stop. Yes.
Because I can't sleep in the evening. And I do a lot of work with the US and Canada. And sometimes that impacts, especially if I'm doing work with California, because they see it as quite early in the morning. But it's like, I've done a couple of specials, but it's not something that I do regularly.
Yeah. No, I always say that can you see me, Tim, properly?
Yes.
Do you see me all right? Okay. Because I'm frozen on my screen. I just wanted to make sure that you can see me. I always say I can tell how you're functioning or thriving on the day-to-day by knowing how you're playing in the 5 pillars of well-being. And that is how you eat, how you sleep, how you move, how you manage stress, and how you connect socially.
Right.
And so I always say, it's almost like, so those are kind of like the 5 pillars. And I invite you, if you're watching, to think, how am I eating? How am I sleeping? How am I moving my body? How am I managing stress? Do I have a stress management toolbox, some sort of breath work, breathing, meditation, mindfulness, and connecting socially? We don't, it's been really undervalued, that whole social connection piece. It's really easy to just sit at our desk and eat our lunch at our desk and work through lunch and be so exhausted at the end of the day, not make time for girls' night, card night, mahjong groups, date night, a walk with a friend. Like, I am picking myself up. I have lunch with a girlfriend today at 12:30. I'm doing that. I'm plucking myself away from my desk. We're going to go sit outside. The sun is out. And so we are learning that people who have a low, or who are not connecting socially, who don't have those social connections, are feeling isolated, even leading to depression, anxiety. We don't realize these things until it's kind of like this low hum. After a while, I know when I need to get the hell out of here and go out, even take work out. So I invite you, if you're struggling, to see where you're struggling the most in those 5 pillars, and what is one action item you can do now. So if you're eating like crap, and it happens, can you make a plan this Sunday to go to an open air market, buy some fresh fruits and vegetables, come home this Sunday, cut them up? So I have like my red peppers, my cucumbers, my fruit all separated in all my Tupperware. This way, Monday, when I wake up for the week, instead of reaching for crap, I have healthy fruits and vegetables cut up. I'll have some hummus in the fridge. I'll dip my freshly, cut up vegetables. And so I create a life that is more sustaining, and then I'm going to feel better if I'm eating better. So pick one area and see what is the next right step, the next right thing you can incorporate for yourself now. Small changes over time. Movement creates momentum, which creates those massive life changes over time.
I think that's really important, that you can't, all of us have said at New Year, we're going to do something that's going to be a massive change to our lives. And then we don't do it because it's too big. It's too big an ask.
Yes. So well said. So well said.
What other self-care strategies do you have to offer people?
So I have many, but I would say, if you're listening and you are at the bottom of your priority list and you're feeling like shit and you don't know where to begin, I like to say 2 things are a perfect place to course correct: walking and water. A lot of us are walking around dehydrated. I don't have my water bottle here. I usually keep it on my desk. I just drank it downstairs. In fact, I have my coffee now. But there are these great bottles on Amazon where you can get, it's a 64-ounce bottle, and it shows you by the hour of the day, 7 a.m., 9 a.m. So it shows you all the water you should be drinking throughout the day. So it's 8 glasses of 8 ounces of water. So hydrate. Important. Keep it on your desk. So make sure you're getting water intake. And walk, especially we in North America are in summer now, and walking is really powerful. So keeping your running shoes under your desk, getting out from your desk at lunchtime for a 20-minute power walk, or after dinner in the evening with your partner or friend or the kids. Walking and water are 2 great places to start. Again, I go through all of this. If you're looking for a beautiful place to start, that derailing, that my burnout rescue blueprint is a great place to start, because we talk about mindfulness, and I actually go through a beautiful 10-minute guided meditation for calm that, if you've never breathed before, will really open you up to the possibility and the power of breathing and rewiring your brain. So any kind of breathing, any kind of walking. But then again, mindset is really so important. I talk about mindset, time management strategies to reclaim your day, reshuffling around your day, like doing your hardest tasks when your body is most alert.
Yep.
Is another big thing for derailing burnout. So you get the hard stuff when so for me, I'm freshest in the morning. So whenever I have something hard to do, I do it in the morning. Tim, I could go on for hours. This is like, I love this. But those are some important things. Moving your body. So Harvard Medical School and the Mayo Clinic say that we should be moving our body in 30 minutes a day of moderate physical activity. If you're not doing this, aim for twice a week. And I always say it doesn't have to be difficult or complicated. If you love swimming, go swimming. If you love bike riding, get on your bike. If you love dancing, try an online Zumba class. Move your body. in any way that you can. Yeah. There's lots more, but I don't want to overwhelm.
Yeah. And I think it's important that we all move our bodies. Back in 2019, my business partner and I went to California, and we happened to go to the Facebook campus, which is obviously now Meta.
Yeah.
And there's all these people walking around, and I was like, what are these people doing? And I realized it's because everyone's got a Fitbit or a Apple Watch, and they're all doing their 10,000 steps.
Exactly.
So they're busily doing their calls or whatever, because obviously in those days everybody went to the office, walking around doing their 10,000 steps. So it's still something that we got to do. I mean, one of the things that when I used to go into the office, I always went out at lunchtime, always. Even if it was
Beautiful.
raining, I went out because I just needed to get out of the
Beautiful.
office
For sure.
and get away from the desk and get away from the sitting in front of my laptop eating a sandwich and you've just got it just cleared
And
the
that
head.
sedentary lifestyle of just sitting in the chair. That's why I sometimes share just like desk stretches, like rounding down, twisting, folding over, just doing some desk stretches, crossing your ankle over your thigh, hinging forward. But I just wanted to say something that I think is really important. If you're watching and you're working, I just did an Instagram. If you follow me on Erica Diamond on Instagram, I shared a video. It's one of my most recent videos. And I said, I see this so much in my practice. So people come to me and they're like, I'm heading towards burnout. I've exhausted. I feel like I'm kind of failing in all my roles. I'm not good at home. I'm not good at the office. I want to wake up and feel abundant and incredible. So what I explain to them is we cannot begin to put a self-care toolbox and create strategies for you if we don't have work organized first. So I say you cannot begin to wake up energized or make time for meditation, eating well, if you are working till 2 or 3 in the morning. And so it's important to look at work first. Where can you delegate? Can you get an assistant? How can you create better time management strategies? How can you avoid procrastination? So that you can start to free yourself up during the day. And once you have reclaimed some of your time, once we get work organized, only then can we start to create that self-care, self-love, positive affirmation lifestyle for yourself, where you're living and waking up calmer, happier, and more in flow. So first we get work settled, and then we move on to some of the systems you have in place at home in your personal life. Moving, meditating, eating well, like we talked about, defining those non-negotiables, hard stops, learning how to say no, all that stuff. So I always say work has to come first. We have to create, work strategies that work for you. And then when you're getting time back in your day, then we can move to the personal. So I always say, like, they want to wake up and they want all the tools right away, but we need to get those hours back in your day and not have you working till 3 in the morning. That is not sustaining long-term at all.
Yeah, and I think the important thing is learning to say no, because I think it's just too easy for people to say, I've seen it with my partner where someone rings up and says, "Will you work on a bid for the weekend?"
Yeah.
And at that moment, the week, all the plans go, and she's working 12 hours a day. It's like this isn't right.
Yeah.
And I think
sometimes we need to ask for help. That could mean delegating at the office. That could mean hiring a part-time assistant, hiring a virtual assistant. Sometimes if you don't have money or there's no funds for a full-time assistant, it's I always say it's about playing to your strengths, outsourcing your weaknesses, freeing yourself up to then therefore create new long-term habits that will sustain you.
Fantastic. And Erica, remind us again about your book that's come out today.
Yes, of course. The book is available everywhere, but it's probably easiest for everyone to just go to Amazon. And it's called List Your Goals Journal, 100 lists that will empower, inspire, and motivate your growth. So this is all about manifesting your goals and dreams for the next year through the power of writing and journaling. And we cover the 5 areas. So it's goals for personal growth, professional growth, relationship goals, well-being. So it's broken down into 5 categories in the book. And it's just a powerful way to manifest those goals and dreams that maybe you've been putting off for a long time. So I say we have a balance of almost 6 months left in the year.
Yeah.
It's never too late to course correct. Journaling is really powerful in accomplishing and achieving those things you want to set out to do. It's written in a very motivational, inspiring tone. It's the way I coach my clients. It's the way I connect with my people, with a lot of self-compassion. And I always say, when we fall off our wellness wagon, the whole week is not a write-off. The whole month is not a write-off. We gently come back. We guide ourselves back. We practice some compassion and grace, and we step forward again tomorrow. We try again tomorrow. Yeah.
Erica, that's been fantastic. And Andrew, it's great show today. I mean,
Thanks, Andrew.
Sums it up completely. And thank you to Jan as well for the comments. Erica, remind people where they can get hold of you again.
Yes, of course. ericadiamond.com. They can sign up for the wait list. If you're a lady, a woman watching, Busy to Bliss, that is to derail burnout. That is a mindset and body transformation. So busytobliss.com. If they're looking to level up their daily wellness, sleep better, experience less stress, more energy, they can check out the highest quality and purest essential oils at blissessential.co. And then they can DM me. I read all my DMs. I connect personally with everyone. Instagram, I'm Erica Diamond. Twitter, Facebook, I'm around. So you can hit me up, say hi, tell me how you're feeling and how you're doing, and let's get you feeling well and waking up excited for your life.
And Erica, thank you so much. I feel energized just talking to you, and I think that the audience do as well. So thank you so much for coming on and talking us and sharing your insight. It's been awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for having me today.